All right. So what's next? I'm not going to actually answer that question. I'm going to tell you how I'm looking at it. How about that? It's exciting, but really, it's hard to know what happens, right? Clearly, we're still in early times. I mean, again, remembering how internet was in the 90s and the way, especially companies were thinking about managing very large websites. It wasn't always a database connected to a content man. I mean, different approaches were tried back then. Now we've kind of settled on a general way of doing it. We're not there yet. Be skeptical. I'm pretty clear from the last slide. I mean, watch out. There's a lot of good ideas, probably more bad ideas, and just straight out malicious ones. So, whether you're investing money or you're investing your time and effort, take a skeptical eye to anything you see. Expect resistance. We're all gung-ho here, but guess what? Not everybody wins. I was talking about efficiency. Where does the efficiency come from? Getting rid of people. They won't be excited about it. And this is going to be a thing that I think varies a lot across industries. Some industries will have very good alignment. The people that kind of benefit from it are the people that can make the change. It's going to happen. Whoever lost, tough luck. In other industries, these people will be powerful, and they will fight it kicking and screaming. And they will come up with all kinds of non-blockchain reasons for stopping it, but that will happen. And finally, you just got to embrace the uncertainty. Expect that what we're thinking now, some of it's going to be right, some of it's going to be wrong, and there's some stuff we're not even thinking about. And again, another example from my career in the late 90s, one thing we were all talking about is when we can figure out how to safely take credit cards online shopping is going to be huge. Correct. That took off. Another thing we were working on is portals. Anybody remember who's been in the internet business long? Portals. Everybody wanted a portal, right? Yahoo was actually a portal. It wasn't a search engine. The idea was what people are going to want. You're going to come on your computer, and you'll pre-configure, I want to see the news, and I'm a Georgia Bulldogs fan, or Yellow Jackets, right on. You will have this configured, and that's kind of where you'll start your internet use. Then a company called Google showed up with one little box, and that was the end of portals. Never heard about it again. I mean, it was the thing for a few years, right? So expect that. Some of what we're talking about and we're all jazzed about won't be a thing. And finally, we weren't talking about social media. We weren't talking about search marketing in the 90s. Nobody wouldn't know what that was. And now, if you're in the online space, those are two of the most important things to understand, right? So expect that, right? That's where we're at. So that is how I look at the future, and that is all I have for you folks. Any final questions?
Last week, AWS announced last week 2 great blockchains. So it's kind of bring you to see a big name like AWS and say, this is a thing now. We can provide you a platform to do it within our platform.
Yeah.
Obviously, within it. So do you see that being good or bad?
What's the question?
So the question is about AWS, Amazon Web Services, is basically rolling out a blockchain offering. And I haven't read up on it, but an approach to building blockchain solutions on their cloud platform. So it's an interesting one because it's Amazon Web Services especially, because honestly, I mean, it's impressive what they've done. They've done so well, I think it's their biggest problem. And one thing with distributed solutions, part of the underlying idea is supposed to be this redundancy, right? You don't count on any particular place or thing being there. Now, the chances of Amazon Web Services disappearing, I mean, that would be a big problem if it did. But it does kind of defy some of the logic behind doing a fully distributed system, that you would want at least part of your blockchain to be hosted not in the same place. Is the Amazon cloud the same place? It's cloud computing, so yes and no. But you get the idea. It's like part of the sort of thinking behind this is to separate from that. So we'll see. I think in corporate applications, though, one thing, I mean, they can deliver infrastructure like nobody else. I mean, so we'll see.
Part of that I saw last week was also that I think they're targeting more the private blockchain.
Yeah, that would make sense. Yeah.
Internal ledgers.
Yeah, and the other thing to remember with these are, again, this is a little bit of a technical definition, but these are protocols, meaning you could launch it on Amazon Web Services and then the next day go put a server in your office and attach it to that network, and that's fine. So, yeah, I'm not sure how that plays out. Again, it kind of Yeah.
I think it's going to fall into the other side of what they announced during reInvent, which is Amazon on-premises now. So having AWS in
Yeah.
their own data center using, I think it's called Outpost, is the new product, and that way you do get that true hybrid cloud.
Mhm.
It's interesting to see them pivot that stance
Yeah.
because they've always been a public cloud.
Yeah, I think I'd agree that like immediate appeal. I mean, I think the cryptocurrency world would hate it just because they hate Amazon and anything centralized. But yeah, I think in the corporate world, the thing is also so many companies are already using AWS, right? So it's another one of those. You know, they have these, what do they call them? The virtual machine images they'll give you, like even like just pull this machine up and you're halfway there. So I think that'll be attractive.
I see it as a land grab between Amazon, Google, as well IBM. They're all looking for blockchain as a service.
Well, yeah, everybody's trying to sprinkle some blockchain on it.
Yeah, if I recall, they actually were promoting two different ones. One was based on Ethereum, then the other one was their actual distributed Hyperledger.
Okay. Yeah, I haven't read that depth on it. Would make kind of sense. Other questions? Well, thanks everybody. This is the first time showing this material, so I'd love feedback. Again, trying to like get more to a business audience and not too technical, and again, get beyond the general intro and maybe just a little deeper into it. I hope this was helpful for you guys. How boring was that? This is a transaction. A smart contract. This guy's working on a ledger, but he's unsuccessful. Oh, sure. Mm-hmm.
It was actually your definition, so I guess that.
Yeah, let me go back and rate these a little bit for you if you want my, again. So I think, we're, go ahead and fill it out, yeah. The native token is a pretty accepted definition of that's what a cryptocurrency is. And anything that's built into the protocol is a native token. I think that's pretty. The term app token, I've heard different terms for a token that somebody makes on their own. So that one's maybe fungible versus non-fungible, that's pretty standard. And this has become standard, although I'm not sure what it means, but everybody's talking about it, right? So, yeah. I wanted to put it on there because, again, if you're talking about different types of tokens, this is more of what's been talked about, even though I think these are more definitive differences, I guess. But yeah, this will be interesting because, honestly, I would think, in terms of what I think of as a security and this definition utility, most of what came out last year sits right in between the two. I mean, you can't tear it apart. It's a promise of something in the future, but it does actually do something. So it's up to you, lawyers. Let me know. Let me know how it works out. Other questions? All right. Well, I'll be here. Thanks.